Hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm Josh, and this is Limits. This is a game I had heard about, and by heard about I mean I was scrolling through related games on like Itchy-Toe, and thought the key art for this looks neat. Because I'm a bad person, so... Yep. One might say I'm playing too many of these. And I'm sure my friends would agree. And I would say, you can never have enough. I don't even know what this is about. In the description on the download page was just like, I don't know, it said something really cheeky, I think, of like, the game's contents is for you to find out, so, cool. Stato. Oh, okay. I fucked up. This is a mess. What the hell happened? What the hell am I supposed to do now? This wasn't supposed to end like this. Gah. Everything is trashed, broken glass and broken furniture scattered all over the floor. Ugh, damn it. The creature looks defeated. You can sense that its aura is degrading. It felt sad. Regret. I shouldn't have fucking done it. The tables shook as as a large fish slammed the hard stone surface. I shouldn't have done it. Was this all it was? Maybe if I had refused, none of this fucking thing would have happened. Then maybe. The sun is setting as you make your way back home, though the busy streets back home through the busy streets. Everything is normal as it should be. A lot of commotion, nothing out of the ordinary. As you reach for this is centered. What? That's kind of neat. You don't really see that very often. As you reach for the door handle of your place, you felt a tight tingle creeping up upon your neck. The weather forecast had said that there was that the first snow of the year would likely begin sometime next week. So you figured that was just the sign of the seasons changing. You open the door and everything is the way it is, still as lonely as ever. Okay. You have thought of adopting yourself a pet. However, thanks to your tight work schedule, you were afraid that you wouldn't have the time or energy to take care of it. A dog or a feline friend would have been nice, but under the circumstances, you felt that it would be selfish. They get lonely too. Your mother had recently passed away, and your father disappeared when you were still a child. He was working in a secret agency and was drafted to a foreign country, deployed as a spy, until he went rogue and you've never heard of him again. At least, that's what you've been told by the agency center. You still don't believe it, though, because your father wouldn't do something like that. Whenever he returns from his trip, he would tell you many stories about what he did. You could hear the pride in his voice as he retells all the exciting adventures he had. You just have the feeling that the reason for his disappearance was something else. There's not much that you can do, unfortunately. You tried doing your solo private investigation in your spare time, but to no avail. One day you would like to know if the if the truth is the truth. Until then, life will go on. As for your mother, she passed away from a heart attack. It's been a month but the wound still felt fresh. It eats away at your sanity. Before she passed, you didn't know that the world could feel so lonely. She was there for you every day, every year. Even after your father passed away, she still tried her best to make your life as happy as possible. Even a single mother, her spirit rivals that of a warrior. You really cared and loved your family, your mother. You walked across the hall towards the kitchen, whilst on your way, you passed by the collage of pictures of your family framed on the wall. One picture in particular caught your attention. It's a family photo of your parents and you when you were still young, an infant. They look so happy. A soft sigh escaped your mouth as you continued your way. You started to make yourself some... Well, damn it, I'm not a person that partakes in either of these. I'm an unhealthy person. And I still drink the soda. But I drink tea on occasion, so. Usually like a more fruity or flowery white tea, you know? Because I'm weird. Not really a green tea kind of guy. Something about sipping a warm cup of tea in the evening is rather calming. You could feel your tense muscles relax as you take a sip of the herbal tea, the herbal drink. It's so warm and nice. With the drink in your hand, you took a seat on the living room couch. This spot used to be your father's favorite spot. Your mother said, and now it has become your favorite as well. It just feels so comfy on your rear that every other seat just won't cut it anymore for you. You took another sip of your drink as you stare towards a line of ants climbing across the wall. What a day, huh? The presentation went well today, I think. Maybe I'll finally get that promotion before the end of the year. Your eyes are still fixed on the colony of ants scattering around the wall. Something about watching their movements is so hypnotic. You? Do ants have feelings? Sure, they can communicate, but do they have any other thoughts in their mind instead of just working? I should probably call an exterminator tomorrow before these ants become troublesome. You place down your half-empty drink on the coffee table and continue to stare towards the colony. Your vision starts to blur and your head begins to fall. Everything just felt so heavy. You must be exhausted, so you thought. Before you know it, your vision darkens as you fall into a slumber. The time has come, my child. It's time to take action. Seek him and save him. Father? Then everything shall be clear. What you do is up to you. Know your limits. Know thyself. Before we part, I bear some gifts for you. Please take one for your journey. Well, this seems arbitrary. I'm going to choose the blue one. You've obtained the blue orb. In time, you shall find the use of that orb. But now, it is time for you to return to your slumber, my child. Remember, know your limits. Sleep well. Oh. You felt something tug on your shoulder. Yep. One more minute. You groan as you try to shift on the spot. It felt strange. You could feel that the ground feels cold and hard. Did you fall off the couch? Oi, wake up! Did you just hear somebody talk? What? You could have sworn that you locked the door and that nobody lives with you anymore. Wait, did you lock the door? You did lock the door, right? Are you hungover? You slowly open your eyes as your brain slowly begins to convey the image in front of you. You could see something orange. Your vision is still too blurry to tell, but did a stray dog get in? Maybe a cat? You held your head with your left hand and scratched to slowly massage it. Yeah, I definitely forgot to lock the door. Huh? What door? My front door. Instinctively, you remove your left hand from your head and move your head towards the source of the sound. What the hell? There's a tiger-like creature crouched right in front of you. Its face is slightly above... Oh, he blinks. Oh, that's weird. Its face is slightly above yours, but even so, it is still too close for comfort. You feared that it's just gonna pounce and bite half of your face off at this point. What the hell? You yelled at frantically try to create distance from this tiger-like creature. You moved your head back and forth quickly until the back of your head hits something hard. Ouch. Oh, what the actual hell? Am I dreaming? Is this what they call lucid dreaming? What the hell is this tiger doing in my house? The tiger-like creature looks at you inquisitively. His deep blue eyes stare you down. Maybe if I pinch myself, I can wake up from this bizarre dream. But before that, you were curious if you could feel the tiger's form. You never really had lucid dreams before, but apparently everything you touch feels real. So you slowly get up from your feet and make your way towards the tiger. He started getting up as well. As you rise up, you could see his massive form unfold before you. At first, you weren't able to notice because of how he was crouching. But now you can see everything. His body is huge. His arms look like they could break a tree in half. He's very tall, standing at about 5 feet tall. 6 feet tall, at least. As you look down, you notice. Apparently, he isn't fully naked as you thought. Tigers would be, but aren't first supposed to be their clothes? He's still wearing pants, but no shirt. Why? You stopped right in front of him. You could feel his gaze looming over you, but it didn't bother you. You wanted to test out something. Smack. You jabbed the tiger right in the abdominal, and quickly jabbed a few feet back with your head still facing him. You only used a bit of power, but the tiger reeled back a bit. He was probably caught off guard then that the hit actually affected him. Before the impact, you could feel his soft fur on your fist. It felt so warm, so different than this whole dark room you're currently in. That's when you realize that you're not in fact home. Are you actually lucid dreaming, or did you get kidnapped? Is this guy just wearing a costume with an animal helmet to cover their identity? Your heart begins to race. You really hope that it's the former. Regardless, the tiger-like creature does not look amused. His expression feels and looks real. He starts to shift forward towards you, and before you know it, clack. What the fuck? Did the tiger just flick me on my forehead with his finger? Finger paw? First of all, calling me a tiger is kind of rude. Secondly, do you punch everyone you meet? Didn't exactly hurt, but it caught me off guard. Thirdly, are you fully awake now? You are dumbfounded as you try to process the situation. Did he just talk? His voice is so deep. You must be dreaming, right? Right? Lucid dreaming. That's it. No other reason. Just a pinch on the arm and you'll wake up in the dream. You'll wake up in your dark, lonely living room. Yeah, definitely dreaming. Definitely. You start to pinch yourself. It doesn't work. You try again and again, already using both hands of pinching various parts of your body. Nothing works. You start to panic. Your breath hitch, and you could feel your head sweating. Your head is down, yet you could feel the gaze. His gaze still boring into you. You probably shouldn't have punched him. Are you okay? You slowly lift your head up to meet his eyes. Sorry, please don't eat me. You whispered. You could feel your body slowly shift back by itself. You're thinking that your life is currently in danger, and that you need to escape. Yet, as you stare back into his deep blue eyes, you felt strangely safe. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Don't worry about it. I don't feel anything, but still, that was rude. And, why do you think I'd eat you? Well, tigers are usually hungry, aren't they? I just thought... Before you could finish your sentence, his eyes twitches and lets out a distinguished sigh as he massages his forehead. I have a name, you know. And how would you like it if I just called you human? Instead, just call me, Gran. He raises his hand towards you. You guys do handshakes, right? Who am I kidding? Of course you do. And what's your name? Oh, and no, I'm not here to eat you. It's illegal to eat another species around here, although I'm no expert. Name? That's right, your name is... Well... There we go. Interesting name, Mr. Josh. Is it settled then? It is settled then, yeah. Did you hear a voice? Did you just hear a voice in your head? Huh? Yo, kid, you all right? You look like a little pale. Did you forget your name or something? Oh, my name is Mr. Josh. You shook your head with each hand, your eyes focused on the conjoining, still refusing that this is all real. However, his grip is firm, and the texture of his paw felt strange to you. This feels real. This is all happening so fast. First you were just making your way home, then you fell asleep on the couch, but now you woke up somewhere else that's definitely not Earth. You didn't realize that you've been holding his hand longer than necessary. As you release each other's hands and look into his eyes, a blush crept up on your cheeks. His face displays a bit of concern. Where am I? A basement? A basement? Yes, honestly, I'm surprised myself that I found a human unconscious in a basement of an abandoned building. Also, humans are a pretty rare sight to see around this part. What brings you here? I don't know. I was sleeping back on my couch, and then I had this strange dream. It felt surreal. Before I knew it, I'm in a different place. Huh. Are you sure you didn't just hit yourself hard in the head? I don't think so. I swear I'm telling the truth. I remember. Then you recall the strange dream that you had. If all of this isn't a dream, then maybe you still have that orb you got. You can't remember who or what gave you the orb exactly, but the tone and pitch of the voice felt so familiar. I must have an orb here somewhere. You thought to yourself as you frantically reached for the orb. Ah, found it! The deep blue orb sits comfortably on the top of your palm. You could feel the orb radiating a sort of calming energy. Just by holding it, you could feel yourself becoming more calmer by the minute. However, the effect of the orb dimmers along with its emanating glow until all there is a jade blue orb. Yeah, jaded blue orb. That's something new. You okay, man? You look like you're having a fit or something. I'm okay, I think. I found this orb hiding inside my pocket. It gave me some sort of weird vibe before it became dull and jaded. Did you feel it as well? Yeah, I felt it as well. Very unnerving, but nothing too unusual. Your reaction was new, though. Wait, you're telling me that these kinds of things aren't too unusual? Grant's eyes narrow you down as if he's calculating something in his head. No, it's uncommon, but a lot of people has those, I believe. It's surprising that you didn't know, though. The look you're giving me tells me that this experience might have been a first for you. You're not from around here, are you? Where is here? The basement. Before Gran even manages to finish a sentence, you instinctively facepalm, slowly dragging your hand down from your face. I mean place, location, I don't know, the name of the world maybe? What year is it? You could see his ears perk up and down. Honestly, if it weren't for the poor lighting around here, you swear that you could see a hint of red creeping up on his cheeks. Oh, right. Obviously, I knew what you meant. I was going to say that the basement that we're currently in is located just on the outskirts of town. You rolled your eyes. Anyway, we can talk more about this later, once we get out of this creepy basement. Yeah, you're right. Although, I don't know if I can trust you. Things are happening so fast, I don't know if I can trust him just yet. But what else am I supposed to do? If I don't accept his offer, chances are I'll be stuck in the middle of nowhere. At least if I'm with him, he'll be able to show me around for a bit until I get a clear bearing of where I am. But what if he takes advantage of me? If I'm really in a different world, then hey, I guess that's fair. We've only just met, and if I was in your shoes, I'd be wary of a stranger as well. Not saying that I'm currently not wary of you. Although, if you really are not from this world, then you'll probably need my help. Besides, there aren't much to do around here, the place having been abandoned and all. His argument is sound. I guess I need to take some risk and accept his great generosity. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Come over then. You can still walk, right? The stairs just around the corner. Not that I should worry anyway. You were okay enough to go and punch me after all. Oh, right, my bad. I was just making sure if I was lucid dreaming or not. Turns out it's real. Or maybe I'm just crazy. I'm fine though. I think I can manage on my own. Thanks. Come over then. As you take your first step up to the flight of stairs, something has been bothering you. Are you here? Why are you here? What was that dream? Did you die? With a hand on your chin, you continue to ponder. Your body is on autopilot as you follow the faint footsteps made by your new acquaintance, Gran. Before you know it, the muffled sound of the footsteps is replaced by an audible grunt. Then you went in straight on collided with his broad back. If you were allergic to cats, you'd be having a very bad time. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. So sorry. You blurted out as you tried to quickly regain your composure. It didn't work. Your hands are still trembling quite a bit, and you could feel both of your cheeks getting warmer. Just my luck. Gran turned around with both of his hands placed on his wrists. Both of his hands on his waist, yeah. He looked at you with a little smirk on his face. You're really out of it, huh? Are you sure you're okay? It's fine. No harm's done anyway. We should hurry, though. The sun is about to set in a couple hours, and I don't want to be stuck in the middle of the woods at night. I think it's gonna rain soon. Oh, by the way, are you hungry? You must be. Well, there's a diner nearby, and I figured that we could head there first. I'm a bit peckish myself. Didn't realize that I'd been away for this long. That sounds great, although I haven't gotten any money on me. Assuming you guys do use currency to trade here as well, right? Paper money and the like. Yeah. Then yes. I guess if you really haven't gotten any money on you, I can treat you for food. I'm still not buying into your whole from another world spiel either, by the way. I'm just assuming that you're probably just higher, very high and confused. Hopefully, a good night rest would jog your memory. Also, I never thought that somebody would actually say that they're from another world just to get a free food. Bold move. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, though, considering I did just find you in a basement. He really doesn't believe me, huh? Couldn't say I blame him. Maybe I'm just super high and hallucinating. I don't remember going to a bar or drinking recently, though. Maybe I did. Did somebody spike my drink then? That couldn't be the reason, would it? I mean, I guess it might explain the reason why I'm stranded in an abandoned building. I don't feel sore or anything, though. Just a bit lightheaded, and all my clothes are still intact. So that couldn't be it, can it? That still doesn't explain why there's a 6-foot-tall tiger in front of me. Maybe some sort of acid. I'd never do any of that, so the chances is very unlikely. You're out of it again. Did you even hear what I said? Sorry, I'm just trying to process things and how I ended up here. Didn't mean to ignore you like that. You said something about the sun setting in a couple hours? Huh. I guess that's good enough. Anyway, we should get a move on. Come this way. As you walk away from the abandoned building, you notice the architecture is very similar to what you've seen in your life. Everything looks so familiar, yet different. Only time will tell. There's no use to worrying a lot for now. At least I'm getting treated for a free dinner. Heck, he's even said that he's filling me into where I am, even if he doesn't believe anything I said. He doesn't seem to be a bad person, though. Here's where I parked my bike. Give me a second to wear my shirt back on. Gran turns his back on me and proceeds to unlock the back storage of his bike. His bike is quite similar to the one on one of those highway motor vehicles you've seen back on Earth. Kinda looks like a Hardly? Okay. Whilst you were watch Gran doing his thing, a thought crossed your mind. Wait, you guys wear shirts? Gran turns his head towards you with a wide-eyed expression on his face. Why, yes, we do, yes. I mean, you're wearing one right now, aren't you? Well, yeah, although I figured that the fur on your body would substitute clothing. I guess that's a fair point, but folks still wear them for decency's sake. That said, we really need to let you get a good night rest ASAP. Hopefully you haven't got amnesia. That'd be troublesome. Why would you have been walking around without a shirt on then? I was feeling pretty hot, and I wasn't exactly expecting to find someone out here, you know. Hope you're not too bothered by it. Anyway, are you ready to go? I haven't got a spare helmet because I wasn't expecting a passenger. So you'll have to go without one. No worries. I think I'll live, hopefully. Then I'll drive carefully. Don't worry too much though. There's not a lot of traffic at this hour. Oh, and before we do, I'd like to say thanks for sticking your neck out for me. You have zero reason to help a stranger out, and yet you've decided to do so anyway. I honestly wouldn't know what to do if you didn't happen to come by. I might have just wandered out and got lost in the woods. Who knows what'll happen then. So, thanks again, Mr. Gran. You referring to him as Mr. seems to have taken him back. His eyes have widened by the end, and if by a natural instinct, his right hand shifts towards you and rustles your hair for a bit. Oh, no problem, Mr. Josh. You can just call me Grand, though. No need for the mister. It just doesn't sit right with me. Let's get going, though. Hop on. You can hold my shoulders for support. All right, here goes. You climb onto the bike. There's not a lot of space to move around as you shift in place, trying to get yourself comfortable. You good? I think I'm good. Well, all right then. Hold on to something, because we are moving. The ride to the diner was unexpectedly pleasant. The cold breeze blowing into your hair as the ride continues on towards a seemingly endless road. The scenery around was pleasant to look at and everything that looks like what we could see back home, minus the tiger in front of you, of course. There's not a lot of trees left to be seen, and a couple minutes into the ride, as you were surrounded by a field of grasslands and barren fields. Where am I? The minute color of purple begins to blend with the orange sky as the sun slowly sets down into slumber. You notice the dark gray clouds looming behind you. It looks like it's going to rain soon. Still, you can't help but appreciate how nice the view looks. You were too caught up enjoying the surrounding views that you forgot the passage of time. Hey, we're here. Grand parks in front of a well-maintained looking diner. There's a dragon-esque neon logo hanging on the wall, and you could see a couple of vehicles parked just nearby. The smell of delicious food snaps you back to reality as you realize the growing hunger within your stomach. Oh, right. Sorry, I was lost in my own world for a little while there. No kidding. You were quiet the whole ride that I thought you were passed out or something. Was it your first motorcycle ride? No, I've ridden one before, with my uncle, when I was young. We were going for a picnic, but by the lake with the whole family. My uncle brought his motorcycle with him, and I've always wanted to try riding one, so I asked my mother about it. I'm guessing you enjoyed the ride then? Yeah. Your face drops as you utter your response, the memories reminding you of your mother. Let's get inside. Then we can talk about how you ended up stranded alone. Yeah, that sounds good. As you enter the diner, a draft of cool air and mouth-watering smells blasted you right in your face. Everything looks so neat and inviting. The atmosphere of the place makes you feel at home. There's a couple of people sitting by themselves away from each other. The majority are, meanwhile, sitting by the counter, talking with each other, and seems to be having a good time. You notice that there's people here. The people here have animal qualities as well. There's a buffalo, a deer, even a bird. Wow, this day just keeps getting weirder. What's next? 6 foot tall talking cockroach? You shudder at the thought. Come over, Mr. Josh. We'll order something and then find a place to sit. Got anything you'd fancy? What's on the menu? Have you ever been to a diner before? The menu is pretty much a standard to what you'd expect at a diner would have. Except the cook here is really good. Well, I think I have been to a diner once, mostly for a quick toilet break though. We needed to go somewhere, so there wasn't much time to eat. Seriously? So you went to a diner just to use the toilet? Talk about a missed opportunity. Or, should I say, a miss of opportunity, or a missed opportunity. Okay. I don't think that's a valid word. It is now. Well, I suppose I could suggest you some recommendations. The eggs and bacon combo is always good. The cook here always knows how to handle the eggs. Speaking of the cook, here he is. A red scale dragon slowly walks towards the two of us. He's got a daunting presence, and the air suddenly feels so heavy. His face is serious until he breaks a gentle smile, greeting your acquaintance. Just as I thought, it just keeps getting weirder. First a tiger, and now a lizard. No, a dragon. Welcome back, Gran. Just the usual, I assume. His voice has a hint of a growl with every syllable. His authoritative, deep voice reverberates heavily through the air that you swear that you could practically see it. However, he speaks with such a gentle demeanor and low voice, which makes him overall so charming. You'd imagine if he speaks any louder, he'll just scare away all the customers. Yeah, I'll get the usual. I take a couple of hash browns with it as well. Please. Alright, is that all? I take a look for a moment to finally notice your presence behind Graham. Oh, and who might this be? The dragon was pointing towards your direction with his pen in hand. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Well, this here is Mr. Josh. Found him passed out in an abandoned building when I was adventuring around. The dragon's eyes widened at the thought. Passed out? Seriously? In an abandoned building? Yes. The dragon gave oh, that's neat. An audible sigh as he massaged his forehead. A puff of smoke can be seen escaping his nose. Hey, do you mind if I borrow Gran for a bit? Yeah, oh, yeah, not at all. Good. We'll be back in a bit. Meanwhile, take a seat. I'll give you a free drink on the house to make up for it. The bathroom is that way if you need it. Don't stay too far, alright? You give him a curt nod. And you, come with me. Gran looks at you. Wait here, alright? Come on. The dragon ushers your feline acquaintance towards the door that leads to what you assume is the kitchen entrance. Well, there they go. While they're gone and probably talking about me, I might as well go to the bathroom and do my business, wash my face. It shouldn't take me too long, and hopefully by the time I return, they'd be back. You made your way towards the opposite direction of the duo went and entered the bathroom. Meanwhile... Oh. You shift perspectives in this game? What the hell? I'm so used to a game just being like, yeah, you're protag coon. That's the only viewpoint you ever get. All right, Gran, tell me what happened. Well, I was exploring alone like usual, just on the outskirts of town. Then I came upon an abandoned-looking building. I went in and walked around for a bit, went downstairs and saw Mr. Josh sprawled out on the floor. I could hear him breathing, so I wasn't worried if he was dead. Then what'd you do? I poked at him and he woke up. When he did, his face was so lost and confused, it's as if he's never seen a tiger man before. He said that he was lucid dreaming or something. He punched me. Punched you? Yeah, it didn't hurt, but he said he did it to see if he was dreaming. Oh, and he's got an orb with him as well, it seems. An orb user. Apparently, anyway, although he doesn't seem to even know what the orb does. So I presume that he might have hit himself hard in the head that he lost his memory. He asked me some questions. Well, something tells me that he's really not from around here. Not from around here? What do you mean exactly? I don't know. His lost expression looks so genuine. It's as if he's actually really not from around here. Heck, maybe he's a disguised alien. Seriously? I doubt that. What else can you tell me? Well, I suggest that he can tag along with me, feed him some food, and then see if he can get him a good rest. Then maybe it'll jog his memory back. I was hungry, and I presumed he was as well, so here we are. I even told him that it was a bold move to use the "I'm from another world" spiral to get a free food. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, though, considering the state I found him in. So your first instinct is to feed him some food? Kinda. I didn't bring my phone with me, so I couldn't have called anybody. Gran, what if he's dangerous? For all we know, he might actually be a drug addict. I don't think he's dangerous. He's had many opportunities already to hurt me, and he didn't. And I can't just leave him there. I don't think I could live with myself knowing that I abandoned someone who might have needed help. You can be too naive sometimes, you know. Well, if you think that he's harmless, be my guest. I'm just worried about you. Well, I don't think he's completely harmless, to be honest. He's an orb user, after all. Be careful, then, alright? If you need my help, just call me, okay? Yeah, thanks, Dave. Anytime. You should file a missing persons report. As soon as possible, though. If he can't remember much, then maybe the authorities could help. The dragon clasped both of his hands together. I think it's about time we return now. Mr. Josh is waiting. Orb user, huh? I think I'm going to end the part here. Yeah. Blue or... So are those different paths? Huh. Okay. But, yeah. Maybe we'll continue this game. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. See you around, everyone.